Well, we gave the man some money. We're going home with the Corvette. Oh my God. Aaron.
Yep.
This is probably the nicest car we've ever bought like this.
Maybe.
She's gonna get nicer too.
We bought your car pretty much brand new, so.
That's true. I guess it feels weird to just see a bunch of cash on the back of a car and feel like real big kids. When we bought Roxy, it was like a bank loan and we were overextending ourselves. And right now it doesn't feel that way. Thanks to y'all for watching our videos. Let's build a cool Corvette. All right, crank her up. Driving off in the Corvette that we just purchased. She's a project. I mean, she's nice.
She's a little rough around the edges.
But she needs some love.
Yeah.
And we're excited about that because at the price point we bought it at, we bought a car that needs love. But it's badass enough to give it love, so.
It's got the wide body kit. We can take the rough around the edges for that.
Absolutely.
We're on the way back home.
We are. So we're on the highway, and my feeling of driving on the highway in this car, it needs an alignment. It's pretty darty. It seems like it has a mind of its own. It's just kind of like, I don't know, it's darty. So, I mean, we know it's got 104,000 miles on it, so there may be some suspension components that are worn out, but she is kind of like not as not as refined as some of the other Corvettes that I've driven. I mean, we threw refined out the window when we found this car. It was listed on Facebook Marketplace for 19,000 bucks, and we paid every penny. The car is rough in so many places. I mean, the fitment of every panel, the bodywork, every lens on the car. I mean, check out that run and the finish out on the hole for that fog light. What the heck? Check out where the doors hit the fenders. Yikes. I mean, there's drips and runs and cracks all over this paint. One of the most hilarious things about the car is these Corsa stickers. When we asked the guy if it had Corsa exhaust on it, he said no, but that he would sell us the headers that he purchased for the car. So we just smiled and said no thank you. So the stickers totally crack us up. That only begins to tell the story of the exhaust system on this car. Just you wait. But y'all, overall, we wanted a project car. We searched long and hard for a manual transmission. So when we found this car, with the ZR1 wide body, she's a good 10-footer with really good bones and a manual, we knew we had to go grab it. And we are so excited about this build. So, y'all know how much a dirty car bothers me. I've got to rinse her off. Okay, I have to admit, it does make me happy to see the water beating off. Okay. Let's chamois her off. All right, all is right with the world now. We still have a rugged Corvette, but at least she's a clean, rugged Corvette.
And a paid for one.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That feels amazing not to have a car payment on a freaking car. What the heck? awesome.
She's awesome.
She is.
She's got lots of power and energy.
Yeah, she does.
I like that. Just like me.
Yeah, just like you.
Yeah.
I drove Roxy. We're gonna go take the vet, drop her off, or have her aligned. She's a new project, and while on the outside she looks like she's a fancy Corvette, she's actually kind of a mess. It's a base model with a wide body, like the Z06 wide body kit, but the wide body kit's done very poorly. So all the body panels need help and love and attention, but she's really darty at speed, and we're hoping that it's the alignment. But we're gonna put new tires on it. And then I was telling Ashley the clutch is acting a fool.
Yeah.
I think the clutch fluid is low. I added it this morning. I think there's air in the lines or something, because when I kick the pedal 5 or 6 times, it goes into gear easily.
Yeah.
But reverse grinds. Like,
Okay.
so we're gonna toss a new trans in it at some point. But I need to drive the car to Grapevine within the next couple of days, and I haven't had it on the lift or anything like that. And I would love it if you guys would just glance over it and make sure you don't see anything that's like, oh, like this needs attention.
Right.
When I lay under it, lay beside it looking under, there's some kind of random pipe that's coming down. It looks like a down pipe, but I don't know what it goes to. It looks like it's just cut off and then it's been beat up from being lower than the body pan of the car.
Right.
It's really awkward and weird. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
But we don't have to do anything with it, but that is, I'm
find
aware.
out what it is.
I'm aware. I don't know what kind of hackery happened there.
Okay.
But alignment, I think, is all that I need from you, really.
Yeah, we can align it and check it out. Or do you want a stock alignment, or do you want race car alignment?
I guess go with a little more camper, more race car, more handling alignment.
Okay.
You better believe that it drove so much better after they replaced these outer tie rods in the rear. Huge shout out to Jordan for making me this video. Okay. Welcome to the episode where I literally do nothing on the car and I take it to all the local places for them to work on it. Just kidding. I will work on this thing. But right now I'm getting ready to run into Schedules, which is a local place to us. I've known them for years. They're great. I'm getting ready to drive this car. Aaron and I are getting ready to drive this car about 30 miles down the road. And this fascia is slowly but surely removing itself. The whole bottom of the fascia was like glued on, and they had duct tape and zip ties holding it on. One of the zip ties broke, and then that piece was like dangling down and scraping the ground. So I broke it off with some pliers, and it's just like fiberglass, just really junky stuff. And it's slowly but surely, like, more pieces are coming off, and it's just terrible. Like when you're driving on the road, I can hear it. It's bad. So it's just bolted on, I think. Hopefully it's not glued on. When I reach underneath there, I can feel nuts and bolts. So I'm gonna see if they have time this morning to just pop it off for me, because we need a new one, and this one is bad, and I want to say goodbye to it. Yeah, they didn't have time. Dang it. I do have some tools in the back of this car. So it rained last night, and I'd rather not lay on wet concrete, so I just pulled into a gas station to see if I can find some dry concrete. Yeah, sweet, score. Dry concrete. Let's see what I can mess up on this fascia. Where they had duct tape holding it on. It's the underside of this dang thing that's giving me the most trouble. I've got it kind of hooked up in there. This is how. Pardon me, truck. Thank you, sir. This is what scrapes whenever I'm driving down the road. It's like, I have it kind of pushed up in there like that. It doesn't want to say like that though. They've already like glued it looks like. Quite a bit. Like you can see where they've glued it. So I really just want to take that whole bottom chunk off, if I can. not proud of that. Or maybe I am. I feel pretty good. It's been actually kind of funny. Like, I always thought getting a Corvette, I was gonna feel super fancy, and I do feel fancy in this car, but the fact that it's kind of rugged is liberating. Like, when I would pull out places that, you know, I angle it, try not to hit the fascia, but it still hits, and the fascia looks like the way it looks, it doesn't raise my blood pressure. It doesn't upset me. I'm like, it's already jacked. So it's kind of nice having it like that. I feel like if it was a perfect Corvette, I might not drive it as much. I might not enjoy the driving experience as much as having like a car that looks like it's been used as a drift car. Dang, now it looks even worse. I love this car though. I really love it. Okay, we just got to the shop to check a bunch of stuff off the list. But first, we want to address something that's really important.
Yep, you guys haven't seen me in a couple months. You all know that I had a medical emergency, and I think I'm ready to tell you about it. And first of all, you guys have been awesome. I've been reading the comment section anytime I post on Instagram or even lurk around. I see feedback from all you guys and appreciate the support. So what happened? I had a massive seizure. We know what caused it. We're not going to go into that, but the doctors assure me it's not epilepsy or anything like that. It's a one-time deal. We've got that part taken care of, but I fractured both shoulders. And so my arms literally at the top are split down the side. So there's a big chunk of bone that's like slid down. It's all reforming. It looks really good, but I have very limited range of movement and they hurt really bad. Yesterday was what day? The 2nd of December. That was the first time I've driven since we were in California. And I drove the Audi, which was the easy thing to drive. And then I got in the OBS Ford. A little bit more difficult because this arm's super damaged. And so shifting was difficult, but I did it. And when I went to bed last night, they weren't hurting too bad. So I did it again today. So we'll just keep doing that, get those muscles stronger. And I'm feeling good and I'm excited to be back in the shop and doing stuff. Emily's doing most of it. I'm supervising and barking orders because I'm frustrated that I can't do it myself. I'm trying to be really kind. I explained to her, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at myself for not being able to do it. So just ignore me whenever I get a little bit grumpy.
Let's get to work. Oh my goodness, it feels so good to be back in the shop getting stuff done. We had these amazing lifts from BenPack delivered recently, and we are so excited to get them installed. But for now, we just need to get them moved around the shop so we can get a certain Corvette in here to tinker with. We got a new 2-post. This arm is bent on this Chinese 2-post that we have. It's served us well, but it's time to get something of quality. So we have a new 2-post and we have a really sick 4-post that we're really excited about. So,
yeah, so you guys are going to get to see Garfield fixed. That's been a holdup right there. We need to pull the transmission out and that truck's too heavy to put on here. So with the new lift, we'll throw it up on the 4-post and get that truck going again, which I'm stoked about.
yes, absolutely. Sweet Garfield. He's just been waiting. She's a runner.
Oh yeah.
See if I can get her finagled out of this here shop. She's coming out. Want to take her around the block? Blowing the cobwebs out.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on today's progress. The shop looks so much better. Y'all know that we have like way too many projects, but we love them all. Does anybody else have like 18 projects going at once? Tell us down in the comment section what your projects are, what the status of them are, how long they've been a project. We know we're not the only ones. You know what, like out of 19 of our cars, a good 15 or 16 of them run and drive. You know, they've all got, you know, little quirks about them, but all in all, we have a lot of drivers. Happy about that. So, love y'all so much. We'll check back again when we're back in the shop. Howdy, y'all. It's time to get some work done on a certain Corvette. We have a handful of things to check off the list on this car just to get started on making it less crappy.
Yeah.
The fender fitment is jacked and the inner fender situation is messed up. So the gravel that we drive on a handful of roads just kicks up into the fenders and makes the fenders fit terribly. The doors hit the fenders, like the whole thing. So we're gonna see if we can take those fenders, like unbolt them from the bottom, get the rocks and debris out so that the doors will open and shut nicely.
Do you want me to push it back or?
Yeah.
That worked.
Yeah, it still hits. Try that. Okay.
Needs to be moved up.
Yeah, see these,
Pushed
see how
in.
it's pushed out? That's rock stuck in there.
Oh yeah, it is.
It feels like a 10 millimeter there and a Phillips right there. Oh, I got this one.
That's loose. That's hilarious. Yeah, so they forgot inner fenders, or they chose not to put inner fenders in the
Well, the inner fenders are in, but there's a piece of plastic that goes right here. Or a piece of rubber. I'll show you in a minute.
And so when we drive on the road, it kicks rocks up. And obviously it affects the fender fitment.
They get on top of here, and then
Yeah.
with this movement, they just tighten themselves up down in there and get wedged.
Oh my gosh. I wonder how many rocks will come out when you take it
We're
off.
about to find out. Get a 10 millimeter ratchet wrench.
Ratchet wrench.
Down here. Yeah, I got it. First try. So, here we go.
Oh, you can get it. There's a bolt right
Okay.
there.
Nope.
Wrong size?
Yeah. This one's bigger. Or maybe I'm just not getting it.
Nope, I was wrong. It's 11, I guess.
Okay, there. I think. Yeah.
Out of the way.
Yeah.
I think the rule reads that it's only child labor if you pay them. So we don't have to worry about that. Just trying to keep it legal.
She's got her mane all down
Yeah.
today. And flowing.
Much. Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Holy moly, that's a lot of rocks.
Oh my goodness. Poor little Corvette.
Are there some stacked up somewhere?
Nope.
That's
Not
it?
that I can see.
Alright, put your bolt back in.
Okay.
Tighten her up.
I just want to pull it up. If that
Little
gets
baby
stuck,
zip tie.
okay.
It's not gonna get stuck. It's just like how girls use barrettes. There you go. Beautiful.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay. Get this alignment as we can. Hopefully it'll be stuck back in its hole.
Oh.
Feels like it started back in the hole.
Kinda.
Kid, you're working on a Corvette.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, everybody always comments whenever you're on the channel. When's she gonna get her first project car?
Yes.
It's a good question. We don't know the answer to.
Nope.
That's probably good.
Yeah, but that's good enough.
You're strong.
Now see if the door opens without popping.
Okay. Taking these shoes off. Oh, knees. Hurts.
Fixed it.
Bro! All she needed to do was get rid of some rocks.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
You're the bomb.com.
Yay. I'm glad that's fixed.
You want to take out
I feel 4 and a random hole.
Okay, have Emily look at it.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, there's a lot of screws. They put a lot of screws in here.
And then
There's like
there's
5.
I know, right? There's like so dang many. So this door also started the crackling noise.
Yep. Because they just recovered the road out to the lake house. So there's lots of
did?
little gravel like that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Oh, hi. Why is it still stuck?
There's another screw right here.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
Why is this side so much harder than that side?
They put 6 screws in it. Self-tappers all over the place. I mean, I'm not too good for a self-tapper, but dang. Okay, so we put 3 of the 5 screws back in for now. I say for now, you know. We maybe know better than these guys, but let's see if this door still hits on this side without the rocks in it. It hits a little.
Yeah, adjust it a little bit.
Adjust it. I can pull it out. I think I need to move it this way. But when I looked down here, there's such a big gap.
Yeah, it's not a big deal right now. Let's save that for when we actually adjust everything.
Okay.
Because we're going to build some brackets for the bottom down here, like in that area,
Yeah.
just to support everything and make it all line up. This is an aftermarket Fender and body kit, and it's total junk. So we're going to have to modify it. But it's what we got.
All right, so we have these awesome little billet lift point situations. Did we order these from Amazon, Aaron?
Yep, Amazon.
To have a really good strong lift point on these Corvettes, from what I understand, you really kind of need one of these, or 4 of them actually. There's a little channel in the frame rail, so we're gonna use floor jacks and make it work. The other one is in on the other side. So now we'll go get the jacks. When I say jacks, I mean jack.
That is a lot of meat back there.
Dude,
How wide is that? Grab a tape measure.
it's like 12 inches,
It looks like
13.
13 to me.
Really, like if I hold it against the sidewall over here, it's almost like 13 and a half.
The lip here. So that one's facing that way. This is going the other way. So they're both basically chopped. Cool.
Okay, I'm starting to film.
Good job, kid.
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron is under the car checking it out. I've got a fresh Sawzall blade here, and I think I'm getting ready to do some hackery. This car's familiar with that. She's used to that kind of treatment. We are going to put some nice exhaust on it eventually, but right now we just want to drive it, and the way that they've done this exhaust is wild. Aaron just found out it's a Flowmaster catback, which is great, but for some reason they decided to hack the pipes before the mufflers. So on the driver's side, the exhaust fell down and was dangling down underneath the car. And the other day when I was driving it, there was something in the road, and I made sure not to hit it with the tires, and then I was like, oh shoot, that exhaust pipe, and boom, it bent it down and tweaked it, and now it's like 3 inches from the ground and hits everything. So we're gonna just trim it off.
There it is, right there.
It's ridiculous.
Right freaking there.
So, and Aaron also just informed me, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, right where you're gonna be trimming is the fuel tank, so be careful.
That's what it looks like, at least.
Cool. Oh my, look. I
What?
have a zip tie as a hanger back here.
Hold on, what?
Oh yeah, it's quality. Quality repair. I've literally done this to Roxy before in a parking lot. After one of my rubber hangers broke, I had a bunch of big zip ties, and I fixed it with zip ties and got it home. That's pretty quality. I don't think it's holding it up though, but it's chilling there. Hanger intact. Yeah, so this is really something. So, this is just lovely. I like.
Oh wow, Eddie. Look at your arms dirty. already. You haven't even been under there 2 seconds.
It doesn't take much. It's pretty oily under here. So it goes up over the axle and comes around and drapes down into the road. So I'm just gonna trim this off, I guess. This is funny.
Oh, good luck. Get that face shield under there.
I'm gonna come from this side. I know it's not smart to pull the
Close to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
pull the thing toward you,
I don't know if Aaron would like that.
but I don't want to go the other direction because I don't want to
Come
go
to
toward
me.
the fuel tank.
And me.
Well, and you, of course, you. We're almost there.
Oh my God.
Woo! Actually, yes.
That's so good.
Oh. We need to secure it somehow.
How?
Cool!
Fantastic.
Fabulous.
Gonna pick that up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phase 1 of our exhaust fix has happened now. Now we won't scrape everywhere we go.
Yay.
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 Okie dokie. The kid and I got the front of the car in the air, and Aaron is going to see if he can get the bolts out of the fascia and see if we can pop the new one on there, because that's really going to change her nose up a lot. Right now it looks extra junky, and with the new fascia it'll look just junky.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. If this hurts your arms, you just hand it on over.
It hurts.
This fog light is really extra good.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that too.
Wondering if maybe we should get her a little bit of fog light fluid. She looks low. Yeah, I think it might. That's probably all that's wrong with it, is the fluid's low. Yeah. There it is. Corvette's getting some of the green goodness. Peak Squad. She's got a coolant leak, unfortunately. We don't know what it is.
It's like water pump to me. It's coming from the center up to the front of the engine. Water pump's bad.
That's where our leak's coming from. I also want to point out how great the radiator here is supposed to be in this hole, but it's just not. It is on the driver's side though.
Yeah, this thing's,
Little slot.
this little guy's bent. See, look at this one where it's at in relation to the bumper.
Okay.
See where that one's at compared to the bumper?
And this one's way back.
Yep.
Holy cow. Yeah, so there's some really beautiful welds up here and some broken ones down here and all kinds of excitement going on with this lovely core support.
And we need to order mounts for the bottom of the radiator that are gone.
It's just so exciting.
Yeah.
Just makes me want to go for a drive just to know the radiator's halfway in. I like it.
Oh, it's okay. It's wedged between the sway bar. Like, it won't move.
Solid.
It's in there very solid.
Solid. Let's go racing.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So this bit is gonna drill through this
We're
one.
using like bolts, yeah.
We checked a fair amount of stuff off the list, and we will see y'all in the morning. Well, howdy there. It's a new day, and we are ready to rock and roll on this splitter situation, getting it installed. We held it up there last night, and the outside edges of the splitter seemed to be longer than the bumper. We were like, let's do this tomorrow. So it's tomorrow. Now we have to deal with that. Fitment, fun stuff. So, off we go. Oh, hello, dog. Oh, hello.
When I bought this splitter on Amazon, I was surprised it didn't come with like that option to get your supply, you know, like you buy vitamins. They
Would
wanna
you like
send
us to send you a new one once a month?
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be like that.
That's funny, babe.
Oh,
I got one right down here.
okay.
Would you like a splitter subscription? Okay, it is crazy. Y'all, look at this. Show them the freaking distance.
Mm-hmm.
What in the ever-lovin'? On the other side, I kind of rounded the corner here and it looked better. So that's what I'm gonna do on this side. I'll round it later on a curb. That's better. Well, okie dokie then. I'm talking to people on the internet. Since we have checked the new fascia off the list, it's looking just fine and dandy. We are going to do an oil change while we have her in the air. She needs an oil change real bad. So we're gonna go get us some jugs of Kindle and toss them in her. Get the oil warm before our oil change.
What do you say, buddy?
Turns out holding the camera and trying to use the wrench was giving me a disadvantage. I turned the camera off and I gave it all the beans and I got it loose. Yay. Hot oil coming out.
So I think this O-ring right here is bad, and I'm gonna go to the store and get a whole plug because look, it's stripped. Nice. Maybe found another oil leak.
Run into the parts store. We're back from the store. Got a fresh drain plug. It has a little gasket with it, a little O-ring. Let's go. There are mosquitoes in here and it's upsetting. Get to work, Emily. Okay, let's go. I should most definitely use fresh oil on this old filter O-ring, but instead I'm using the drips that are coming out. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, it is. That's just crazy, Emily. I know, I'm crazy. Okay, would you please go on? Thank you. Okay. How about? Hi. Looky there. It's a Corvette engine, which is the same as Roxy's original engine. This car's got the 6-liter LS2, just like Roxy originally had, but now Roxy has a 6.7 liter. It's gonna be an exercise to try and just drive this car and not mod it a whole bunch. Oh. What would y'all do? What mods would you do? Would you just drive it or would you Heads and cam, headers, turbo. Empty bottles.
Emily's done with the oil change. I'm gonna fire the car up. We're gonna crawl back under and look for leaks. She sprayed all that stuff off with parts cleaner, so if it's leaking pretty bad, we should be able to see a drip. We'll find out. Got all pressure already. That's good. We have a steady drip coming from behind the oil filter, so I'm gonna shimmy in there and look at it.
What the heck?
I think Boyd's might have been right. So we took it to a local shop, or Emily did when I was out of town, and they said that these oil pan bolts are an issue. And it appears that there's oil coming from that bolt right there. So we're gonna pull that out, clean it really well, and see if that fixes it. There's a drip at the back on the bell housing as well. That's probably a rear seal. However, that's dirty oil back there. This is brand new clean oil right here.
Yeah, that is
So
crazy.
we're gonna rip that bolt out. Emily's going to, because my arms don't move too well into here, but she's gonna pull that bolt out. We'll clean it up and put some juice on it and put it back in.
So y'all, Aaron covered my bolt, I mean almost the bolt head too, with the multi-purpose blue, ultra blue silicone from Permatex, and this should seal it up, man.
Squeeze some silicone out.
Yes, sir. Here, I'll show you. There she is. Now, do we need to let it dry before we crank it up and go do burnouts?
I would tighten it up.
It's tight.
That is really ratchet. Get a little more juice on it.
Okay.
And then we'll let it off the jacks. Tinker with the stuff we have to work on inside.
Okay.
And it should be good.
Okay. Cool, man. Got some very frizzy hair.
Hello.
Yours is very flat. So Aaron is dissatisfied with the worn looking start button, and he has ordered a fresh new start button. So it looks like
if you can get it on the Amazon for this car, I probably bought it.
looks like we're getting ready to disassemble this here dash.
No big deal.
No big deal. Let's do it. It is pretty homely. Not the beautiful paint, Lily. Alright, the whole one is out. And one clicking in. She's already lit up. Looks snazzy.
Be sure and unhook your battery when you're doing this job.
Yeah.
That's what professionals do.
Don't put up in. Smart. That's beautiful, Aaron. Upgrade.
Put that in the inventory.
We should throw it away.
What if it fails on the road? And we're in Canada or something.
Canada.
We start a war and have to leave real soon.
God.
You can't throw away good parts.
So-
even though they're ugly.
We need to keep an inventory in the car?
Yeah.
Okay. What you reading now?
Just kind of getting this shift knob.
This one's pretty gross, you're right.
I like what it says though.
It's really funny. Get it, ship it, order it. All right, let's see if it works. Wow, it made it louder. What? You did
I
that!
played with it.
It was so funny because the dash, when we bought the car, it said, "Hola, Brian."
Yep.
And so every time we'd crank the car up, it would say, "Hola, Brian." So if you're Brian and you own this car, thank you for passing along a fun project for us. Now our dash says, "Hello, FSG." It's so cool.
Leaking yet?
Let's go check. Okay, now that I have the car shut off, I can talk to y'all. It is definitely 100% dripping off of the bolt, but I believe it's coming from behind the bolt. I don't know if y'all can see how wet it is right behind the bolt, where, like, toward the transmission. But to me, it looks like there's oil moving from behind the bolt. And I just don't think it's coming out of the bolt hole itself. I mean, it might be, but dang, that's a fast leak. Well, heck. We sure tried to fix an oil leak, but she just wants to leak oil. Looks like the pan's gonna have to come down. I don't know. Gonna have to wait till that car is off the lift.
Yep.
Before we can put this thing on the lift.
I can tell you what I think it is.
Tell us.
I think it's the rear seal or the horseshoe gasket that goes around the housing. But our transmission's messed up. It keeps kicking out of reverse, so we have to drop the rear differential. Well, that'll be the transmission tube. Pull the torque tube out, bell housing, and then we can get to that. So it's gonna be a big job, but it's okay because we plan on pulling the trans anyways. So for now, it leaks oil. It's going to because we're still gonna drive it. Yep.
You know what? Most our cars leak oil. Yep, on to the next mission. We are looking for inner fenders to replace all this plastic with OEM stuff. Well, ZR1 stuff, because we need them wide enough, like these fenders. It had pieces of the base model OEM inner fenders, but it was missing a big chunk down here. So we went and got some heavy duty rubber and we're inlaying it in here. I've drilled a couple of holes, but there were already existing holes, and I'm using these nice clips instead of screws. And I'm securing it in here so that we stop kicking up rocks into the fender. There's a missing bolt there. That one's missing too. But I just noticed that the end of this sticker is up, so I'm gonna say goodbye to her. Goodbye. The MSD plug wires speak enough for themselves. High performance machine. You don't need no stickers. I didn't hit the lens like I wanted to. Oh well.
It'll like automatically focus on us, I think.
Okay. Cinematic on the, what is this phone? The 13 Pro? Everybody's always asking us what we shoot with, and we have two really nice DSLR cameras.
Yep.
And we're shooting with Aaron's new iPhone, and a lot of the filming that I do, 99% of it is with my iPhone, which is a 12 Pro. So it's got the wide angle lens, it's got the 3 cameras on the back. And Aaron just got this new phone, which is a 13 Pro, and it's got this cinematic setting, which blurs out the background, but when we step off, the vet will be in focus. It's bad to the bone. So, what's your excuse? If you want to be a YouTuber, shoot it with your dang iPhone.
Right. That's how we started.
You don't need fancy gear. Anyway, this is the outro for the Corvette episode, the very first Corvette episode. The last thing we needed was another project, but to be quite frank, the little Audi Cherry Pie TDI is into the triple digits now in her mileage, and stuff is starting to kind of not be ideal. Like the window regulators, we've replaced 3 of the 4. Mechanically, she still seems good, but we're just kind of wanting to get out before things get crazy with that car mechanically. If they ever do, we don't know. But
Right. Because it's a German car, we've got to take it to a German dealer to get it, like the service engine light is on, stuff like that, and I just don't want to mess with it. This car is basically the same as Roxy. We're used to that, we understand it, we know it, and so we just want to drive it.
yeah, so we decided to find a budget Corvette, and this is the one that we found. Under 20,000 bucks. This car did have 103,000 miles on it when we bought it, and now it has 105,000. But you know what, guys? It's an LS, like 256 car, which we searched long and hard for. We really wanted a manual car, and it's gonna be such a fun budget build. It's not gonna be a pristine car ever. We're gonna drive it, and we're going to do things on it that are gonna be a few steps above what the previous owners did, because that was really some intense hackery. We're gonna make things nicer, but at the same time, we're not making a show car. We're gonna drive her. So we're really excited about this car. I was swiping a mosquito just then. We're really excited about her, and we're excited to hear how you guys feel about it. Excited to have Aaron back in the shop. We've been taking a break, getting him healthy again, and that's been really, really good. I know y'all missed him. All the comments, I mean, means so much. We love y'all so much.
Can I drive it yet? I mean, we've owned it for 2 months. I've not been able to drive it.
Well, let's
And you're sitting
go.
here talking, and
I
we
know, I
fixed
just get
it.
to go, and
I'm excited to drive it.
let's go.
All right, let's go. Where are we going? This way?
Yeah. You're going to that side. I know that for a fact.
There's a thing over there that may get ran over.
Finley, you ready? Let's go. Hurry.